take a close look at this image. It shows a sit-down between U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen from Maryland and Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Now, Abrego Garcia lives in Maryland and was mistakenly deported last month due to what the government calls an administrative error. CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane has been following this case for us. You see him joining us this morning from our Washington bureau. Scott, good morning to you. Tell us about the senator's meeting with Abrego Garcia.
The release of the photos of that meeting, Errol, were something of a surprise. We know Senator Van Hollen, the senior Democrat from Maryland, arrived in El Salvador Wednesday trying to secure a face-to-face meeting, if not a phone call, with Abrego Garcia. He had failed Wednesday. He didn't appear to be on a better trajectory Thursday, but then Thursday night, he posted that image. You see Abrego Garcia not in the prison garb of that terror prison in El Salvador, but with a shirt and a Kansas City Chiefs ball cap. The senator says he's going to give us more information about his takeaways from that meeting, what he heard and learned from that meeting today. He has said precious little about what went on during these exchanges. We do know the president of El Salvador has posted that this will be a long-term thing for Abrego Garcia, that he will remain in that country's custody indefinitely.
I thought it was interesting the senator wanted to wait until he was back in the U.S. before speaking publicly about what happened in that meeting. So we'll stand by for that. But I want to ask you about this appeals court ruling that was against the DOJ's appeal of an order requiring it to detail what's being done to bring Abrego Garcia back. And in the 7-page ruling, Judge Wilkinson III wrote many interesting phrases, including, quote, "We yet cling to the hope that it is not naive to believe our good brethren in the executive branch perceive the rule of law as vital to the American ethos." Tell us more about the judge and this ruling.
Judge Harvey Wilkinson in the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals is a Reagan appointee, and it's easy to lose track in the back and forth in the courts of where this is. The Trump administration was trying to pause a lower court's ruling that they have to facilitate the return of Mr. Abrego Garcia from El Salvador. The appeals court said no to that request for a pause. And in that blistering ruling, they said so many demonstrative things about why this is dangerous, that it is turning law into lawlessness, that it would allow the disappearing of American residents to another nation. That language could be striking to the U.S. Supreme Court, where this appears to be headed back again. You know, the Supreme Court, in a ruling, ordered the Trump administration to facilitate the return of Mr. Abrego Garcia, and critics of the administration, Errol, say they have been defying these court orders. You can see it headed back there with a surge of adrenaline from this Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, and if viewers are interested in that 7-page ruling, it's on our website and really helps you understand where things stand now and what's at stake. Scott MacFarlane, great to chat with you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Errol.